Worth betting on the Raiders after Josh McDaniels's firing? How interim coaches do ATS. Firing Josh McDaniels might have been a popular move for the Las Vegas Raiders, and the expected move, but it was by no means a cheap move. The cost of dismissing McDaniels, general manager Dave Ziegler, and offensive coordinator Mick Lombardi will come out to approximately $85 million for Raiders team owner Mark Davis, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. The team reportedly has additional bills coming because it must now rework the contracts of interim head coach Antonio Pierce and interim GM Champ Kelly, to say nothing of the money it will have to give to McDaniels' long-term replacement. The Raiders announced Wednesday they were relieving McDaniels and Ziegler of their duties a season and a half into both of their tenures in Las Vegas. The majority of the money owed will come from the 6-year contract the Raiders gave McDaniels when they hired him. Of course, while $85 million sounds like an unconscionable amount of money to pay a group of people to not work for you, the costlier move for the $6.2 billion franchise might have been to keep McDaniels in company. The team's dysfunction on and off the field was already turning into a sideshow in the NFL, which wouldn't have helped ticket and sponsorship sales for the rest of the season or next year. Paying 8 figures to Josh McDaniels might sound like a lot, but it might be worth far more to no longer be associated with Josh McDaniels. The Las Vegas Raiders made the first big coaching move of the 2023 season, firing head coach Josh McDaniels late Tuesday night after the team fell to 3-5. Las Vegas hosts the 2-6 New York Giants in Week 9, 4:25 p.m. It on Fox and the Fox Sports app, with interim head coach Antonio Pierce making his debut against a franchise for which he played 5 seasons. The Raiders originally opened as 3.5-point favorites, but that line has shifted since the McDaniels news. Las Vegas is still favored to win the game, with the current spread sitting at Raiders -1.5. Which brings us to the big betting question. Does the change in coach present an opportunity for bettors to make money on Sunday? So, how have interim coaches performed in their first games? Since 2010, interims are 15-12 straight up but 16-11 against the spread in their debuts. Last season, 3 teams made in-season changes at head coach. Jeff Saturday was the only interim coach to lead his team to a win in his first game, upsetting the Raiders with the Colts, but those teams went 2-1 against the spread. When the Raiders made Rich Bisaccia their interim coach in 2021, he led Las Vegas to an outright win as a 3.5-point underdog against the Broncos. Those numbers are why Fox Sports betting analyst Jason McIntyre likes the Raiders against the spread on Sunday against the Giants. Interim coaches haven't had as much success beyond their opening game, going 35-58 straight up over the last 5 years. Furthermore, interim coaches are 46-46-1 against the spread in the previous 5 years and 64-75-1 against the spread over the last 10 years, with Bisaccia being the only interim coach to lead his team to the playoffs in the Super Bowl era. Fox Sports betting analyst Jeff Schwartz doesn't see much changing for the Raiders, even with the coaching change. "I'm sort of curious for the Antonio Pierce Raiders," Schwartz said. "But they're just not a very talented football team. It doesn't matter who's coaching them. The new coach, I don't think matters. They're just not very good." Sportsbooks agree with Schwartz's assessment. The team currently has the 10th best odds to finish with the league's worst record on FanDuel Sportsbook, plus 4,000. Their win total currently sits at 6.5, and their odds to make the playoffs are listed at plus 1,200 on DraftKings Sportsbook. That's it for today's video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.